Hey there, my name is Dan Scott, and this is one video from my larger Adobe XD course, which you can check out on bringyourownlaptop.com. You can also go there to download the free exercise files and the free cheat sheet if you like. All right, enjoy the video. Hi there, in this video we're going to look at type in XD, we're going to update some of the nav here, we're going to talk about what fonts we can use and can't use, we'll do some aligning and distributing, and we'll update the logo here in the top left. Exciting. Not really, okay, but some essential stuff. So let's get in and do it. Okay, so working with type in XD is pretty easy. We'll cover more specific kind of web fonts and stuff later on when we get into our kind of high fidelity final version. But the basics for the moment is I want to replace this XD with our business logo. Okay, so I'm going to select on it and delete it, grab my type tool. Now, you might be inclined now to start using the branded logo for your company. It's not handy in wireframes. You just got to keep it real simple in wireframes and then let your creativity run free in the kind of high fidelity versions or the final versions. I know myself that I get caught up too much in like putting a logo in and you think, oh, I'll just use the brand color for the navigation, and then you start picking fonts, and then before you know it, you're fully designing a wireframe, and it should be a quick, easy process. So I'm just going to put in instructor HQ, so the name of the company, and I'm not going to worry about anything except the color. Okay, over here, fill, just so that it can be seen. So the basics are over here, you've got font size, you've got your font obviously, and the different sizes or the weights, and you've only got some basic type. Okay, so you've got the spaces between letters. Okay, so I could open it up, maybe 200, okay, and I get some more spacing between the characters. I don't want to be doing this at this process, and this is the letting the space between lines. Now, one of the handy tricks when you are working with fonts is this thing here is not like a drop down, you gotta actually type it in. So it's easier sometimes just to click, hold, and see this little dot here, grab the black arrow, see this little white dot, he does a couple of things. If I drag him down, he does the font size up and down, which is cool. And you also notice if you just below it a little bit, you can start rotating it. Okay, so my advice though is to not rotate any text in a website or app design. It's just quite hard technically to get type to rotate. It seems like an easy thing to do, but if you've ever dealt with websites before, actually rotating type is impossible. So you have to turn it into an image, and it's a big drama, so try not to do that. So the other thing is when you're picking sizes, okay, you want to be at 100%. You can see I'm at 75%, so I'm starting to make some decisions on, oh yeah, that's big enough. But when you're not at 100%, okay, you might make some bad decisions. So if I go in and remember Command 1 on a Mac, Control 1 on a PC, okay, then you can get a sense of, okay, these are the actual sizes that users are going to see. So I feel like they're quite small, and this is quite big. So I'm going to shrink this down a little bit. What is it at 20? So I can either drag it here, obviously type it over there. I'm going to stick to a really kind of consistent font size. Okay, 16 is a really standard basic, that's like the biggest font that you want to be using. So I'm going to click on these guys as well. Actually, I'm going to be adjusting a few of these. So I don't want, I got 3 of them that I want. Okay, I'm going to select all 3. Actually, no, we'll just do 1 and then duplicate it. So I'm just going to, using my black arrow, just deleting them. And I'm going to click on this first one. This one's going to be example. Okay, and I'll make the font size up to 16 to match the other thing. And yeah, I want a couple of them now. So a little trick is you can select it and go to edit, copy, edit, paste, okay, or Control D on a PC or Command D on a Mac, and that gives you 2 of them. I find the easiest way though is with your black arrow, with it selected, hold down the Option key on your Mac or the Alt key on a PC and drag it across. And you'll notice that just as you drag it, holding that key down, you get a duplicate. Pricing, login. Remember, I'm pulling these from my kind of features. These are the main things that need to go in. Okay, and in this case, the last one is sign up. Okay, so what I want to do is I probably want this guy to the edge here, maybe just inside a little bit. And I'm going to hold Shift and select them all. So I've got my black arrow, holding Shift and just clicking them each. Okay, and actually I might drag this one out a little bit further. You can drag them and you watch, can you see the spaces between them start lining up? See that pink dot there? So you could do that, then they're all equal. Okay, it's up to you, or whether you select them all holding Shift and use this option up here that says, see this fourth option in here? It says distribute horizontally, just kind of like spreads them all out. Now, the other thing you need to be doing is, like me, fighting with yourself not to go through and pick a nicer font, just a nicer one, okay? And maybe using uppers and lowers, and you just want to keep that out at the moment. You just want it to be this really clunky, functional wireframe, no style, as I go through and align them up nicely. Okay, so there's only so much you can ignore. All right, so that's going to be us. On to the next video. Hey there, please like the video, consider subscribing to my YouTube channel as well. If you want the full course for Adobe XD, check out my website, bringyourownlaptop.com. That's it. Bye now.